My name's Dr. Savannah Howes, and this is Wild Rose Vet Tips. Today I'm going to talk to you about the care and keeping of lizards. Lizards are fairly popular pets these days. Some of the more common species we'll see are bearded dragons, different types of geckos, monitors. They do make wonderful pets in the right household. They are, however, technically challenging animals to keep as pets. And some of the reasons for that is that each species has its own requirements. When you bring a lizard into your household to be a pet, you need to provide for all of their needs and their wants. And so I try to break it down into different categories of meeting the needs of the animal in captivity. Ideally, what we try to do is mimic their natural habitat as closely as possible. And so with that in mind, we do pay attention to lighting needs. So light requirements are going to be different for each species, and there's many different types of lights available. So we need to look into what's appropriate for the species of interest to mimic the sun and the type of light exposure they normally have. We pay attention to temperature. So some lizards are coming from deserts and hot climates, others are coming from cooler, more temperate areas. So things like using heat lamps, ceramic heat emitters, to try to maintain a correct temperature for them. We need to look at nutrition and water, and so what kind of food they eat, the quality of the food, how the food is presented, how the water is being presented to them as well. So different lizards have different habits of drinking water. For example, chameleons only drink running water, so providing a simple bowl is not adequate and they won't drink from it. So knowing the species differences for those important categories, as well as enrichment. So how do we provide an environment that mimics where they are from? What are we going to put on the bottom of the enclosure? What are we going to use for climbing or for hiding places? Some lizards like to climb, others like to burrow. These are all things that need to be taken into consideration when constructing an enclosure. And so with these broad categories in mind, we can start to think about how to care for lizards in captivity. My name's Dr. Savannah Howes, and this has been Wild Rose Vet Tips.